All right. I've been getting some requests to teach songs again on YouTube, doing longer form. I've been doing these 1 minute hit it and quit it things, which are cool, but if you want to go deeper, you got to take a little more time. I get that. So I'm gonna show you a blues form that you could use on a lot of different songs. I picked "Rambling on My Mind" by Robert Johnson, and I'm doing it my own way because I always put my own twist on whatever songs I'm teaching. I just tend to do that. So you got your open G tuning here, which works well for especially if you're just playing on your own. So it's D, G, D, G, and then the B string stays the same. So the D and the G are the E and A string. They go down a full step. And then the next D and G are the same. You don't have to do anything with them. And you got your B string. And then your high E goes down a full step to D. And that spells out a G chord, okay? But the first chord I want to show you the do on this, and I've shown this a little bit before, but it bears repeating. It looks like an A minor seventh, the form, okay? Like that. And that's the second finger on the second fret of the D string, and the first finger on the first fret of the B string. So the form, in form, it looks like an A minor seventh. It's actually a C. Okay? And this comes in handy, as you'll see as we go along, because you can get a rhythm going with it. Nice easy strum. I got rambling. I got rambling all on my mind. Just gonna hang out. Then you're gonna do a real easy move. You're gonna go to the 5th fret and bar it. I got rambling. That's another version of the C chord. Okay? Sounds a little different than this though. That's one C. This is another C. Okay? Then if you want to, you can do that same exact move and move it all the way up. Instead of going like this, you can do this if you want to. Now, if you don't have the strength to do that, that's okay. You can just, but if you can, so you're working off the 7th fret, right? 7th fret there, 6th fret here. Same form though, as you were down here. Back to the 1. Now we're going to go, in the second we're going to the 5 chord, which is all the way up to the 7th fret. That's your 5 chord, which in this case is a D. Now you have a couple ways you can do it. You can just claw it like that, which is fine. Again, you can do that. Or you can open up that D string and let it ring and just bar the other 5. Sounds pretty cool too. And that's one of the luxuries of open tuning and G tuning with a low D on the bottom. You can hit that 5 chord and let it ring. Get a lot of sound out of that, right? And then back to your 4. And back to your 1. So let me just play through that real kind of slow and easy, and you can get a feel for how I'm doing it. And I'm going to do it both the most simple, basic way, and then I'm going to add the little hammer-ons like I just did. Okay, so real basic would sound like this. I got rambling. You're just kind of loping along. I got rambling on my mind. Now we're going to go and just bar that 5th fret. We're not going to do anything else. I got rambling. Just barring it, right? I got rambling on my mind. Yeah. Okay? Then we're going to go to the 7th fret. We're not going to let the D ring. We're just going to just bar all 6. To the 5th fret. Leave me with a troubled mind. We're not going to do any turnarounds. We're just going to stay right on the 1. Now I'm going to do a slightly different version where I add the hammer-ons and I open up that low D on the 5 chord. So here's what that sounds like. I got rambling. I got rambling on my mind. Little girl, I got a rambling. Then I'm adding that hammer on. Rambling on my mind. We'll pick up 5 chord with an open D and the hammer on. Kind of Keith sounding, huh? Stone's got that from the G tuning. And then bar the 5th fret. And then back to your 1. Now, if you want to do little pickups, you can always do like a, pretty cool. And all I'm doing is hammering on the second fret of the D string and then open G. That's pretty easy. And that's a little adornment you can add to a little connective tissue, I like to call it, to take you from the 1 chord to the 4 chord and back and forth, or just a variation. Now I'm going to do that lick. Kind of punctuates it, doesn't it? I got rambling all on my mind, yeah. I got rambling back to the 4. I got rambling on my mind. Now I'll go to that D. Got a mean-hearted woman. Back to the 5 chord, 4 chord. Leave me with a troubled mind. Now I'm going to show you a turnaround. It's kind of cool. You bar the 3rd fret of the D string and the 3rd fret of the B string, and you walk it down chromatically. Well, all that means is you walk it down 1 fret at a time. Catch that? So, D string, B string, it's a pinch, right? Down, up, down, up, down, up. And back to your open G. And the way that sounds is you're walking down from the 5 chord. And then what I do is I sometimes I'll come down kind of solid on the G. And then walk it down. And I think Robert Johnson would approve of that version. You know, I think what you're probably noticing I'm doing is I'm hitting it with a little bit of a, not I wouldn't say modern, it's a little bit of rock and roll in there when I get the Keith stuff. You know, which is, if you listen to Keith Richards, his G tuning thing is sort of the basis. It's at the core of what he does. And I'm going to actually explore that probably, well, in my mentorship program, which you can get at jimmydillon.com. We spend, you know, about a month going over each subject, and it could be, you know, open G, both in the blues idiom, you know, hardcore blues, or in the rock, you know, more Keith stuff, you know, when he does that. You can hear all that, you know, influence. More like so many great licks that Keith he was able to crack the code in G tuning and really make fabulous voicings, you know, with just that. And of course he takes off the low E string, which is another conversation we'll have at some point. But I wanted to just sort of mention that. So one more time on Rambling on My Mind, and we'll head on down the road because the sun's setting and I want to get this in. And thanks for coming to see me and checking out my lessons. So here we go, a little rambling. Robert Johnson. Well, I got rambling all on my mind. I got rambling, little girl. I got rambling all on my mind. I got a mean-hearted woman. Leave me with a troubled mind. That's a G7th right there, 3rd fret, high E string. There's my bonus chord. And I hope you like that. Come back and see me, hit me up, tell me if you got any requests for songs, whatever you want to learn. And I'll do my best to show you what's probably going to be my version of it. All right? We'll see you down the road. Aloha from Maui.
My friend Jimmy has the coolest guitar lessons. Go to jimmydillon.com/free and get all your amazing gifts. He's the best. Roll, rock and roll. Stay awesome and rock